こんにちは。今日はですね、なんとドカティモーターホールディングスのイタリアの本社の方から、デザート X の開発者のエンジニアの方々に、なんとドカティ東名横浜店にお越しいただきました。この二方に、せっかくの機会ですので、デザート X の関するお客様からの質問をちょっとぶつけてインタビューをしていきたいと思っております。ではよろしくお願いします。じゃあまず二方ちょっと自己紹介をしていただければと思います。よろしくお願いします。
こんにちは。Nice to meet you. I'm Pierluigi Zampieri, vehicle director inside the R&D of Ducati.
Nice to everybody. My name is Stefano Sinz. I'm head of supply quality in Ducati.
では早速ですけれども質問に移りたいと思います。今回デザート X はですね、本格的なオフロードバイクですけれど、ドカティにとってはもう未知の領域であるオフロードラリーテイストのマシンと仕上がってますが、全く新たなチャレンジをする、販売をするきっかけになるような開発に至る理由をお聞かせいただければと思います。
This is the very first bike dedicated to the off-road of modern Ducati era. And it is coming basically from the concept that we presented at EICMA in 2019 that was inspired by the old Paris-Dakar bikes of the 90s. And that concept had a huge success from the public. And so we decided to go on. So it was the public at the end to convince us to do something like this.
では、デザート X のこだわりのポイントを教えていただけますか。
The very first one, or the most important one, is the style that you see. That is inspired by those bikes of the 90s, the big bikes that were racing Paris-Dakar in the 90s. And we are actually very proud about the results that we were able to achieve with the style of this bike. And we, as an engineering team, had to work a lot with the designers in order to achieve the best compromise in the different part of the bike. And for example, the fuel tank was very, very difficult and complicated. It is a metal fuel tank, it is a steel fuel tank, and the big challenge was to combine three different aspects. So the first one is the surface that the design center defined. The second one was the capacity target of the fuel tank of 21 liters. And the third one to combine was the possibility for the rider to move in a very free way back and forth when he's riding standing up on the bike. So we worked a lot, testing a lot the bike in order to define the best shape of the external surfaces. Because when you're riding the bike standing up, you have to feel the bike with the knees. So you have to be in the condition to hold the bike and to move with the legs back and forth. So it is necessary to have smooth surfaces with no sharp edges and nothing annoying for the knees of the rider.
Manufacturing process point of view was also not easy to simulate and then to produce the metal sheet full tank as well, combining external surface and internal surface with quite complex geometry.
実際開発する上で一番苦労したポイントはどこになりますか。
The challenge was to combine the different targets once again, because we had to, first of all, guarantee riding performance on the normal open road street and in the asphalt. That has to be a real Ducati. So, first of all, the riding behavior in open roads in the asphalt was to be had to be at the level of the best Ducatis. This was the first one. So we had to combine on-road capabilities with off-road capabilities, and of course lightness, reliability. So always keeping in mind that of course the style of the bike had to be so important.
はい、見ていただくと砂漠を縦横無尽に走るビデオがありますけど、これは実際に市販の状態でこの砂漠をこのような走りができるんですかね。
It was completely a standard bike. Suspension, tires was exactly the same as you can buy in a dealer. And it was surprising to see how much confidence the rider had using the bike as a standard in the sand, because he felt, or they felt, the bike very balanced, and so he could be in the condition to ride the bike moving the weight back and forth in order to have the best behavior on the sand.
また別のDesertXのビデオですけれど、これも初めて見た時に非常に驚いたんですが、もう3メートル4メートルジャンプしてるんですよね。これはお客様から一番質問が多かったんですけれども、本当にDesertXはこんな風に飛べるのですか？
It is possible because this rider did. Antoine Meo is riding the bike here. The bike is exactly the same as before, the one that we saw in the dunes of the desert. This is exactly the same bike, exactly the same VIN number of the bike. And during the day, once again, it was the confidence that he had that made the difference, you know. And he was going faster and faster during the day, and at the end of the day, he was jumping like with a normal motocross bike, but this is another thing.
驚きましたね。本当にこれがリアルにできるっていうのは本当に驚きます。ただただ驚くのに素晴らしいオートバイですね。
We are always happy to give you some nice surprise, you know.
車両重量が223キロ、このセグメントのオートバイとしてはかなり驚異的に軽い重量ですけれども、軽量化する上で大変だったことっていうのはございますか？
We knew that in off-road the weight is one of the most important characteristics of the bike. So being the first bike of this segment for Ducati in the recent years, we had the target to give to the customer a state-of-the-art bike at least. So we had to be at the level of the best ones. And so we had to work hard engineering new components, both on the engine and on the vehicle, and choosing light components like lithium battery, for example.
なるほどですね。いや、大型バイクだとどうしても250キロとかアドベンチャークラス260キロあることが多いんですけど、本当に223キロは、他のライバルたちと比べてもかなり軽いので、本当にこれもやっぱりドカティならではのポイントだと思いますね。ありがとうございます。初期の2019年のエイクマで発表された時のDesertXのコンセプトはスクランブラーの1100がベースになっていたと思います。エンジンは空冷エンジンでしたけれども、これが今回は水冷エンジンとなって市販に至ったわけですが、これについて理由はどのような理由があったんですか？
So this was the concept that was so successful in the EICMA, and then because of this we decided to go in production. But as soon as we started studying all the competitors, we soon realized that we had to put our best technology to be at the state of the art of the segment. And so we decided to choose the Testa Stretta 937, that is a fantastic compromise between performance, fuel consumption, reliability, and everyday use. Being water-cooled, it can be let me say, under control from the temperature point of view in every condition, even the most difficult.
なるほどですね。やはり本気のオフロードバイクとして、作られているから水冷という選択肢は必然だったんですかね。ありがとうございます。日本のドカティのファンに向けて何かメッセージをお願いします。
So first of all, we are really proud that in the last period we have been providing you with new products. So pleasant to be reading.
We are also happy because we were able to develop this bike with many new components in quite a short time compared to our other models, and during a not easy period with Corona. So many difficulties, but finally we are proud of the result.
And what we can promise you is that we work hard every day, and we will keep doing like this in order to give you more and more funny things to ride. Maybe other nice surprises like this.
Stay tuned.
Thank you very much for this occasion. Arigato.
ありがとうございました。